So for the last film analysis, we'll go over the last movie, or well, the first movie of the last movies of Star Wars, which is Episode 7. In this movie, you get to meet Rey, who is the new kind of Luke Skywalker. You come into this part of the galaxy where the Empire's back and they're ruling over everything again. Rey is kind of this scavenger, this person just kind of floating around, doing her own thing, not involved in any of this, and just being like a scrapper, basically. You meet her and you meet her, some of her backstory, how her parents left her, and how she's starting to gain all this popularity from all of her scavenging, and how she gets her money and how she lives. You get to see how poor she is, how she does all this stuff. Then you get to introduce to Finn, who is a stormtrooper who is having to hunt the Jedi. He ends up not enjoying the job, as you could tell. Who would? He ends up taking a plane with Poe Dameron, who is someone that they had just recently captured, part of the Resistance, and they fly into Tatooine, which is where Rey is. Rey ends up finding this. They end up joining up forces, and Rey's done with her old life and decides to join the Rebel Alliance. They take the Millennium Falcon, which is Han Solo's old ship, obviously with this whole, with the Republic being destroyed and the Empire reuniting its flame and becoming the ruler. Han Solo ends up going into hiding and is far away. Basically ends up with the ship, they end up flying into Han Solo and finding Han Solo. He's like, this is my ship. And it's really cool to see these old characters kind of reconnect and do all this stuff, and then you learn more and more about them, and it's really, really cool to see. This movie's big plot is they basically made like this Death Star again, but instead of it being able to destroy one planet, it can destroy a bunch of planets, and it's a lot harder to kill. It's really repetitive. It kind of feels like they just kind of ripped off the last other Star Wars movies and it was like, let's just make it look bigger and cooler. You meet Kylo Ren, who's Han Solo's son, who wants to avenge his grandfather, Lord Vader, even though he doesn't know what actually happened. And yeah, so they basically end up joining up and becoming a rebel fleet, going to take down this big planet destroyer and take it down again. There's this one little bit that you have to hit that destroys it all. But Kylo Ren ends up killing Han Solo in the process, so they're able to destroy the planet. Han Solo gives up his life, and then that happens, and that's where you kind of see like Kylo Ren become fully dark side, endorsed in the sin, so to speak. Overall, this movie's really boring, but it works. I thought